The small chapel is silent. Only the faint hum of the hospital machines seeps through the walls. A single candle flickers near the altar, its flame bending under the soft hum of the ceiling fan. At the back row, Michael, mid-30s, handsome but weary, sits alone. His shirt is wrinkled, his tie loosened. His hands tremble as he turns a small golden ring over and over in his palm. It's his wife's wedding ring. Tears slide down his face, catching the candlelight. His eyes are red, hollow. The look of a man who has lost more than he can bear. He whispers, barely audible, "If I could take it all back." Every choice. Every night I walked away from her. His voice cracks. He presses the ring against his forehead, closing his eyes tightly, as if trying to shut out the memory. Outside, thunder rumbles softly. The world feels heavy, like it's mourning with him. Michael looks up at the cross in front of him, but his gaze isn't angry. It's broken. "God, please, let me fix this. Just once." The silence answers him. Then, a faint sound. Children laughing. A woman's soft voice calling his name. "Michael!" The light changes. The candle's glow turns brighter, warmer. Cut to a montage. Flashes of happiness. Amara's smile under the morning sun. Michael spinning her around in their living room. A photo of their wedding. Young, bright, full of promise. Then the light fades again, leaving only Michael's face, older now, filled with regret. Narrator, V.O. Every man thinks he has time, until he learns that love waits for no one. Fade out title card. He chose his friends over his wife. Until life taught him the hardest lesson, sunlight spills through white curtains, painting soft gold across the room. The apartment is small but full of life. Half-read books, a framed wedding photo, and 2 coffee cups side by side on the kitchen counter. Amara stands by the stove, humming softly as she flips pancakes. Her natural curls are tied in a loose bun, her face glowing with quiet joy. Michael, still in his work shirt, leans against the doorway watching her, a smile tugging at the corner of his lips. Michael, grinning. "You know, if you keep cooking like this, I might just never leave for work." Amara, laughing. "You say that every morning, then forget as soon as you see your office chair." He walks up behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist. "Michael, okay, maybe I'm a little addicted to both. You and my job." Then make sure one doesn't replace the other. She says it lightly, but there's warmth and a hint of truth. Michael kisses her cheek, brushing it off with a grin. Montage, days of love and routine. Michael and Amara jogging in the park, holding hands, laughing between breaths. Evening cooking lessons, more playful mess than actual food. Quiet nights watching movies under a blanket, her head resting on his chest. A tender moment where Michael fixes her necklace before work. Their love feels real. Not perfect, but steady. Int Michael's office. Day Michael sits at his desk, surrounded by papers and phone calls. He's ambitious, smart, driven, but restless. On his computer, a message from Troy, one of his old college friends. "Friday night, guys, meet up. Don't ditch us again." Michael smiles faintly, typing back. Wouldn't miss it. Int apartment. Evening Amara lights candles at the dinner table. A home-cooked meal waits, pasta, wine, and her favorite soft music playing. Michael enters, carrying flowers. Mara. Ara, you remembered Michael, of course. 2 years married today. You think I'd forget that? They sit? It's peaceful. 2 people completely present with each other. May era. Softly. Do you ever think about where we'll be in 5 years? Michael, hopefully in a bigger place. Maybe a house. A kid running around. Amara, smiling. A little chaos would be nice, but I don't need big things, Michael. I just want peace. A life that feels calm and true, Michael nods, though his eyes drift for a second. The dreamer in him already thinking of success. Money, validation, Amara, Contid. Whatever happens, promise me one thing. Michael, anything, Amara. That we'll always choose each other, no matter what comes our way. Michael takes her hand, his smile soft but confident. Michael always. You and me, that's forever. They clink glasses, a promise sealed in the quiet glow of candlelight. XT, City Skyline. Night they stand on their balcony, the city lights stretching below them like stars. Amara leans against his shoulder, and he wraps his arm around her. Amara, this is enough. Right here, Michael, yeah. It is, but behind his eyes, a flicker of restlessness, a shadow of the choices yet to come. The city hums with life, and somewhere in the noise, fate is already shifting. The place is alive. Neon lights, loud laughter, the clinking of glasses. Music pulses through the air as a group of men sits around a booth. Loud, confident, half-drunk on nostalgia. T. Roy, Derek, and Leo, all in their 30s, are the kind of friends who've known each other too long to pretend. At the center sits Michael, laughing harder than he has in months. T. to Michael. Man, look at you now, Mr. Married Life himself. Elio, bet you got a bedtime now, huh? Honey, it's 9 p.m., come home. The table bursts into laughter. Michael smiles, trying to keep it light, but there's a flicker of discomfort. Michael, it's not like that. Amara's cool. She just likes when I don't come home smelling like whiskey. Derek, laughing. See? That's exactly what she says when she's not cool with it. Michael laughs again, louder this time, to prove he's still one of them. Montage, the Brotherhood's habits pool games at smoky bars, laughter echoing past midnight, fast cars, late drives, loud music, loud voices, Michael's phone lighting up with Amara's name, him silencing it, saying, I'll call her later, his laughter getting wilder each weekend, his eyes more tired each morning. T. Michael and Amara's apartment. Night Amara waits on the couch, a half-eaten dinner on the table beside her. The clock hits 12:47 a.m., the door opens. Michael steps in quietly, reeking of alcohol and cologne. Mara, softly. You said you'd be home by 10, Michael exhales, loosening his tie. Michael. Yeah, I know. The guys just wanted one more round. You know how it goes. Amara, I don't, Michael. I don't go drinking every Friday. He looks at her, frustration rising. Michael, Amara, come on. It's not like I'm out there doing something wrong. It's just the boys. Amara, it's not about what you're doing. It's about what you're not doing. Silence. The air feels heavier than before. She turns away, eyes glistening. Disappointment. Not anger. Ext. Street. Night Michael walks down the empty road, phone in hand. A message from Amara. Be safe. I made you breakfast for tomorrow. It's in the fridge. He stares at it, guilt flickering for a second, then pockets the phone and keeps walking toward Troy's car, waiting at the corner. Troy's garage. Later. The men gather around an old car, drinking beer, talking about life, women, success. Their bond feels solid, like the old days. But there's something hollow behind the laughter now. Leo, you've changed, Mike. Used to be you were the wild one. Now you're checking your phone like some dad waiting for permission. Michael, grinning. Just being respectful. That's all. Troy. Respect's good. But don't lose yourself trying to please someone else. Man. The words hit harder than they should. Michael nods slowly, pretending to agree. Int. Michael and Amara's bedroom. Night Amara lies awake as Michael sneaks in, trying not to wake her. He sits on the edge of the bed, staring at her sleeping face. Peaceful, unaware of the growing distance between them. He whispers to himself, almost like a confession. Michael, it's just a phase. I'll balance it all soon. He climbs into bed beside her, eyes open, the silence pressing in. Narrator, VO. It always starts small. One missed dinner, one ignored call, until one day you wake up and realize the laughter you chased cost you the voice that once called you home. Soft jazz music plays in the background. The dining table is beautifully set. Candles, flowers, and Amara's favorite dishes. She adjusts her earrings, checks the time on her phone, 8:47 p.m. A text sits unread. On my way, soon. Just one quick round with the guys. The food is cooling. The clock ticks louder than the music now. XT, bar, night laughter fills the air. Michael and his friends sit at the same booth, loud, joking, careless. Troy raises a glass. Troy to brotherhood, to loyalty. They cheer, spilling beer across the table. Michael laughs, but for a second his smile fades. He glances at his phone, 12 missed calls from Amara. He looks at it, then flips it, face down. NTT. Apartment. Late night Amara sits at the table alone. The candles have melted to wax puddles. The food sits untouched. When the door finally opens, Michael stumbles in, tired, slightly drunk. Amara, quietly. You missed dinner. Michael, checking his watch. It's just dinner. Amara. I lost track of time. Amara. It wasn't just dinner, Michael. It was our anniversary. He freezes. His eyes widen. Realization hits like a stone. Michael, slowly. Oh no, I thought that was tomorrow. Amara. It was today. Her voice is calm, too calm. The kind that hurts more than shouting ever could. He walks toward her, guilt on his face. Michael, Amara. I'm sorry, okay? The guys, Amara, cutting in. The guys. It's always the guys. Silence. The weight of her words hangs in the air. Amara, content. I waited for you, Michael. I made your favorite food. I kept believing you'd walk in that door any second. Michael. Look, I didn't mean to hurt you. You know I love you, Amara. Then show it. Because right now, it feels like I'm married to a ghost who only comes home to sleep. He sighs, rubbing his forehead. Defensive now. Michael, you're overreacting. I'm not cheating. I'm just hanging out with my friends. Amara, I know you're not cheating, but somehow that hurts even more. He stares at her, confused. Amara, content. Because at least if there was someone else, I could blame her. But there isn't. It's just you, choosing everyone but me. The words hit deep, but instead of reflecting, Michael hardens. Michael, angrily. You don't understand, Amara. They've been with me since before we met. They're my brothers. Amara. And what am I, Michael? A stranger you share a house with. She turns away, tears in her eyes. He opens his mouth, then shuts it. Pride winning over love. Int. Bedroom. Later that night, Amara lies facing the wall, silent tears soaking her pillow. Michael sits on the edge of the bed, scrolling through old pictures on his phone. Him and the guys laughing, holding beers, posing at parties. He scrolls further, wedding photos. He hesitates. Two versions of his life side by side. Two worlds, one real, one loud. He locks the phone and lies down, staring at the ceiling. Neither speaks. The space between them feels like miles. Montage. The silent drift Michael, leaving early for work, coming home late with excuses. Amara cooking for one, eating quietly at the table, her texts getting shorter. Him smiling at his friends' jokes, then zoning out mid-laughter. Two toothbrushes on the sink, one untouched. The color fades from their home. The warmth turns into silence. Tea and tea. Bar. Day the guys sit laughing again. Michael joins them, but something in him has changed. The laughter feels forced. Derek. Man, you look stressed. What's wrong? Your queen got mad again? Leo women, bro. They never understand the bond we have. Troy smirks, pouring Michael another drink. You can't let her control you. Mike, you gotta live your life. Michael hesitates. That word again. Control. He takes the drink. In tea. Apartment. Night Amara stands by the window, watching rain fall. Her reflection looks tired, eyes red but calm. In the distance, headlights flash. Michael's car pulls up. She doesn't move, doesn't rush to the door anymore. He enters, quiet. Their eyes meet, familiar, but no longer the same. Narrator, V.O. Sometimes love doesn't end with shouting. Sometimes it ends in silence. The kind that slowly replaces laughter until you forget what warmth felt like. Michael looks around the room, the dim light, the distance, the quiet. He realizes she's still here, but part of her has already left. Fade out. Rain pounds against the windows. Lightning flickers through the curtains, illuminating the silence inside. Michael bursts in, soaked, phone in hand. He's been out again, his shirt untucked, his eyes bloodshot. Amara stands by the doorway, arms crossed, expression unreadable. Amara, you didn't answer my calls. Michael throws his phone on the couch. I was busy. Amara. I told you, it was just a game night. Amara, game night. Again. Her voice trembles, not from anger, from exhaustion. He sighs, rubbing his temples, pacing. Michael, why do we have to do this every time? You act like I'm out committing crimes. Amara, you're not committing crimes, Michael. You're just disappearing, bit by bit. He turns to her, frustrated. Michael, you always make everything sound so dramatic. I work hard. I provide. I'm allowed to breathe, Amara. And I'm allowed to feel lonely, right? He stops. Her voice cracks mid-sentence. Amara, conted. You don't even see it, do you? The way this house feels empty when you're gone. The way I keep pretending that everything's fine so our friends won't ask questions. She gestures toward the cold dinner table. 2 plates, untouched. Amara, quantity. You keep choosing them over us, over me. Michael looks down, guilt flickering for a brief moment. Then he hardens again. Michael, you knew who I was when you married me. My friends are my family too. Amara, then maybe you should have married them. The words echo through the room like thunder. Michael freezes, stunned. Amara, conted, sobbing. I'm tired, Michael. Tired of waiting. Tired of begging for the smallest piece of your time. He steps closer, voice rising. Michael, so what? You want me to drop everything? Stop seeing my friends just because you're insecure? Her tears stop instantly. Her face turns cold. Amara. Insecure? I'm not insecure, Michael. I'm invisible. Silence. Just the sound of the rain hitting the glass. Int kitchen. Later, the argument has burned out into cold silence. Amara packs a lunchbox for him, a routine gesture, automatic, mechanical. Michael stands nearby watching. His pride is gone, but so is hers. He tries to speak. Michael, Amara. I didn't mean... Amara. Don't. Please don't. I don't have the energy to forgive words that never change. She closes the lunchbox, hands it to him without looking up. Amara, conted. You should go before it gets worse. He takes it, but doesn't move. Then, her next words cut through him quietly. Amara, conte. Do you even remember the last time you asked me how I was? He opens his mouth, then stops, because he can't. She nods, almost to herself. Amara, conted. That's what I thought. Montage. The collapse Michael at the bar, staring blankly at his drink while his friends laugh around him. Amara at the window, scrolling through old photos. Their honeymoon. Her birthday. His smile. Michael coming home late. The light under the bedroom door already off. Amara deleting his contact name, leaving only a number. Two people still living together, but in different worlds. Narrator, V.O. Love doesn't die in one moment. It fades in thousands of small ones. A missed call, a forgotten dinner, a silence that grows heavier every night. NT. Apartment. 1 month later. Night Michael comes home to find the apartment unusually quiet. The walls feel emptier, colder. He calls out, Michael, Amara? No answer. He walks into the bedroom. The wardrobe door stands open, half of it empty. Her perfume bottle, her framed photo from college. Gone. On the bed, a folded note. His heart drops. He picks it up, unfolds it with shaking hands. Close on note. I waited for us to be us again. But you never showed up. Take care of yourself, Michael. I hope one day you learn what love really costs. He sits on the edge of the bed, the paper trembling in his hands. The realization hits him like a wave. She's really gone. NT. Bar. Same night, Michael sits at the usual booth with his friends. But this time, he's quiet. The laughter feels hollow. Troy. Come on, man. What's with that face? Michael forces a weak smile. Michael, Amara, left. The table falls silent. A beat passes. Derek. She'll be back. They always come back. Elio. Yeah, man. Don't stress it. We got you. But Michael doesn't answer. He looks around the table. Same jokes. Same noise. Same emptiness. He suddenly stands up. Troy. Where you going, bro? Michael, home. Troy. You are home. Michael shakes his head slowly. Michael, no, I'm not. He walks out, leaving his drink untouched. XT. Street, night rain pours harder now. Michael walks aimlessly, his shirt clinging to his skin. The world around him blurs. Neon lights, passing cars, distant thunder. He pulls out his phone, scrolls through old texts with Amara. Her good morning messages, her miss you notes, her little hearts. He stops at the last one she sent weeks ago. Please come home early tonight. He never replied. Now he types, I'm sorry. He stares at the message for a long time. Then his thumb hovers over send. He hesitates, then lowers the phone. Defeated. Narrator VO. Some people only realize they had everything when there's no one left to listen. He looks up at the sky, rain mixing with his tears. For the first time, he's truly alone. The once lively home now echoes with silence. Half-empty shelves, 2 coffee cups, 1 dusty, 1 freshly used. Michael sits at the kitchen table staring blankly at his phone. The light from the window cuts across his face, showing the sleepless nights etched beneath his eyes. His thumb scrolls through old pictures. Amara's laugh, her messy morning hair, their road trips, birthdays. Tiny memories, now too heavy to look at. Narrator VO. There comes a moment when silence becomes the loudest sound in your life. When the person who used to wait for you finally stops. The phone buzzes. It's Troy, text. Game tonight. You in? Michael stares at the message, then locks the phone and places it face down. For the first time, he doesn't reply. Int office. Day Michael sits at his desk. His co-workers chat, laugh, live. He just stares at the computer screen, the spreadsheet blurring before his eyes. A notification pops up. Wedding anniversary reminder. Amara and Michael. 4 years. He freezes. The cursor blinks like a heartbeat on the screen. He closes the laptop, quietly gets up, and leaves. XT. City Park. Late afternoon, Michael walks through the park where he and Amara used to sit on lazy Sundays. He passes the bench where she once laughed over ice cream, where he once promised he'd always make her smile. A young couple sits there now, laughing, teasing each other, sharing fries. Michael slows down, watches them for a moment. His eyes soften, then fill with tears. Narrator VO. Regret doesn't arrive loudly. It comes in whispers, in the small corners of memory where love once lived. He sits on a nearby bench, staring at nothing. The world moves around him, children playing, music from a nearby stall, life continuing without him. NT. Bar. Evening, Michael walks in. The usual crowd is there, his friends, loud and careless as ever. Mike. There he is. Thought we lost you, man. Grab a beer. Michael sits, but his eyes don't shine anymore. The jokes fall flat. The laughter feels distant. Leo. You good, bro? Michael looks at them. The same faces, the same noise. And suddenly, he sees through it. The emptiness, the routine, the hollow loyalty. Michael, quietly. Do you guys ever get tired? The table goes quiet. Derek. Tired of what? Michael. Of pretending all this matters. They exchange confused looks. Troy. Man, what's gotten into you? Michael shakes his head slowly, standing up. Michael. Nothing. That's the problem. He leaves his drink untouched and walks out. XT. Street, night rain again. Always rain. Michael walks aimlessly, hands in his pockets, passing glowing windows, families laughing, couples cooking together, the kind of warmth he used to have. He stops outside a small church, faint music echoing from inside. He hesitates, then steps in. Int, church. Night dim light. Rows of candles. Michael sits at the back, just like in the opening scene. The same broken man, but quieter now. He stares at the altar, clutching his wedding ring, the one Amara left behind. Michael, whispering. I thought I was strong. I thought friends, freedom, fun, that's what mattered. But, beat. I was just scared of growing up. of being needed. He wipes his eyes, a weak smile through tears. Michael counted. She never asked for much, just my time, my presence, and I couldn't even give her that. He exhales, broken but honest. Narrator, VO. Sometimes, life doesn't punish you by taking away what you have. It punishes you by showing you what you lost when it's already too late. He looks up at the cross, voice trembling. Michael, please, God, just let her be happy, even if it's not with me. A single tear drops onto the ring in his palm. And for the first time, it feels like release. Montage, consequence and realization. Michael visits the park again, leaves flowers on the bench. He starts volunteering on weekends, teaching young kids. He deletes the group chat with his friends. Slowly, his apartment becomes cleaner, calmer, though empty. It's peaceful now. Each scene carries quiet redemption. Not flashy, not perfect, just honest effort. Int. Church. Dawn Michael stands near the window as sunlight spills in. He places Amara's ring on the altar. Michael, VO. You were right, Amara. Love isn't about who stays when it's easy. It's about who shows up when it's hard. He turns, walking out slowly. The morning light follows him. Gentle, forgiving. XT. Church. Continuous. Michael steps into the sunlight. Tired, humbled, but lighter. He takes a deep breath, looking up at the sky. Narrator, VO. Life teaches the hardest lessons quietly, through loss, through loneliness, through love that doesn't wait forever. But if you listen closely, even regret can become redemption. The camera lingers on Michael walking away. One man among many, but somehow changed. The room is dim. Michael sits by the window, staring at the rain. A half-written letter lies on the table. The pen still in his hand. He's been trying to put his thoughts into words, but every sentence feels like a confession. Close on. A photo of Amara smiling, tucked beside his Bible. He gently traces her face with his finger. Suddenly, his phone rings. Unknown number. He hesitates. Then answers, Michael, hello? Voice, OS. Is this Michael Adeyemi? Michael, yes. Voice, OS. Sir, I'm calling from Mercy General Hospital. There's been an accident. It's Amara. The pen slips from his hand. Michael, whispering. No, no, please. Cut to Ext. City streets. Night Michael drives through pouring rain. Headlights cutting through the storm. His knuckles grip the steering wheel tight. His lips move in silent prayers. Michael, VO. Please, God. Not again. Don't take her from me twice. Red lights blur. Sirens wail in the distance. Each second feels like eternity. Hospital. Night, he bursts through the emergency doors, breathless. The same sterile white walls, the same faint smell of antiseptic. Déjà vu from the night of her miscarriage. Receptionist. Sir, please wait here. Michael, where is she? A doctor walks toward him, face calm but grim. Doctor. You're Mr. Adeyemi? Follow me, please. They walk down the corridor. Machines beep faintly behind closed doors. Every step echoes like judgment, doctor, softly. She was hit by a drunk driver. Head trauma. Internal bleeding. We're doing everything we can. Michael stops walking. His world tilts. Michael, hoarse. Can I see her? The doctor nods. Int, hospital room. Night Amara lies still on the bed. Pale, fragile, tubes running across her arms. The machines hum softly beside her. Each beep pulling at what's left of Michael's heart. He moves closer, trembling. Michael? Whispering. Hey, it's me. He sits beside her, holding her cold hand. Michael, conted. You once said love isn't about saying sorry. It's about changing. Beat. I tried, Amara. God knows I tried. Tears fall freely now. He lowers his head, whispering prayers through broken breaths. Michael, conted. If there's still a chance, please wake up. Yell at me, hate me, I don't care. Just don't leave again. The heart monitor beeps steadily. He waits, but she doesn't move. Int. Hospital Chapel. Later that night, Michael kneels before the small altar, the same setting from the opening hook. The light flickers through stained glass, painting colors across his tear-streaked face. He holds her ring in his hand, trembling. Michael, softly. If I could take it all back, I would. Every late night, every lie, every moment I made her feel small. Beat, just give me one more chance. Please. He closes his eyes. Silence fills the chapel. Montage. The night fades into dawn, nurses rushing through the hallway. The doctor stepping out of Amara's room, face solemn. Michael sitting alone on the chapel floor, head in his hands. As the first rays of morning break through the windows, the chapel doors creak open. Amara's mother enters, her eyes red, holding a small letter. She kneels beside Michael and gently places it in his hand. Daughter free, other. She wrote this months ago. I think she meant for you to have it someday. Michael stares at the folded note, his hands shaking. Insert. Letter. Amara's voice. V.O. Michael, I don't hate you. I just wish you had seen yourself the way I did. Kind. Brilliant. Full of love you didn't know how to give. I still believe in the man you could be. I just can't wait for him anymore. If life ever teaches you what love tried to, I hope it's gentle. Michael's tears drop onto the paper. He clutches the letter to his chest, crying silently. Narrator, V.O. Some lessons arrive too late, not to punish, but to awaken. And when they do, they carve the soul so deeply that even time can't fill the space left behind. XT, Hospital. Dawn the sky turns pink and gold. A quiet, merciless beauty. Michael steps outside, letter in hand, staring at the sunrise through watery eyes. The world feels too bright for his grief, but beneath the pain, there's something else. Understanding. He whispers softly to the wind. Michael, I found him. Amara. The man you saw in me, and I'll carry you with him, forever. He closes his eyes. The wind brushes past him, soft, almost like her touch. Fade out. Narrator, V.O. Love's hardest lesson isn't losing someone. It's realizing you lost yourself long before they were gone. The city hums softly. Cars, chatter, sunlight reflecting off tall buildings. Michael walks down the same street he once stumbled drunk through. Only now, he carries a calm stillness. He wears a simple shirt and a gentle smile. No ring, no pretense, just quiet acceptance. Narrator, V.O. Time doesn't heal all wounds. It just teaches you how to live around them. NT, Community Youth Center. Day children run around, laughing, playing basketball. Michael stands near the court, helping a teenage boy fix his shot. Boy, man, I can't do it. It's too hard. Michael, smiling. That's what I used to say about life. Try again. Slow down. Focus. The boy tries again. The ball swishes cleanly through the net. Michael claps and laughs, a sound lighter than it's been in years. Across the gym, a few parents watch with gratitude. He's not just volunteering. He's rebuilding something inside himself. In T, Youth Center office. Later, Michael sits at a small desk. On it, a framed photo of Amara, her same radiant smile frozen in time. Beside it, a folded copy of her last letter. He touches both gently, not with grief, but gratitude. Michael, V.O. I used to think love was about holding on, but sometimes love is learning to let go, without losing the lesson. He looks out the window. Sunlight spills in, warm and golden. XT. Coffee shop. Day Michael meets Derek, one of his old friends. The man looks tired, worn, the way Michael once did. They sit together quietly for a while. Finally, Derek speaks. Derek, Mike, how did you do it? How did you move on after everything? Michael looks thoughtful, not bitter, not broken, just honest. Michael, you don't move on, brother. You just learn to walk with what you lost. And you try not to make the same mistakes twice. He smiles faintly, placing a hand on Derek's shoulder. Michael, conted. Don't wait for life to teach you what love already tried to. Derek nods slowly, understanding the weight behind the words. XT. Cemetery. Sunset Michael stands by Amara's grave, holding a small bouquet of lilies. The evening light bathes everything in gold. He kneels down, brushing leaves off her headstone. For the first time, he doesn't cry. Michael, softly. You were right about everything. Love wasn't supposed to save me. It was supposed to change me. He places the flowers neatly, adjusts the photo beside the stone. Then he exhales, long and peaceful. Wide shot. The city skyline behind him. The sun dips low, painting the sky in orange and pink. Michael stands still, watching it. The same sunrise from the opening, but this time he faces it, not away. Narrator, V.O. In the end, he didn't find forgiveness from her. He found it within himself. And maybe that's what redemption truly is. Not escaping the pain, but learning to live with it, gently. Fade out final image. Michael walking down the path from the cemetery. Slow, steady, his face peaceful under the fading light. Superimpose. For some lessons, love is the only teacher.